Well, hello. I had a choice of 6 readings for this presentation. 6. And why did I choose the Zephaniah Psalm? Well, because it just made me so mad. I will take away your judgments. I have thrown out your enemy. I will restore your fortunes. Oh, yeah? Ha! I figured anything that elicited such a strong reaction must have something to teach me. And I was right. Sing, daughter of Zion, shout, Israel. Be glad and rejoice with all your heart, daughter of Jerusalem. Sing. Really? Really? What on earth did I have to sing about? This past year had been a long and lonely one. I missed the fun and the conversation, the connection I had with many, but with this congregation in particular. Working in the office at St. John's week after week, mostly alone, except for my partner in crime, Steve. Fielding requests for checks, reports, the boring bill paying, the correspondence, the projects, the banking, recording data, and more had brought me to the brink. In short, I was tired and very, very cranky. Sing, dog. Oops. Daughter of Jerusalem. Yahweh has taken away your judgments. He has thrown out your enemy. The King of Israel, Yahweh, is in the midst of you. You will not be afraid of evil anymore. As I read through this psalm, I was so, are you kidding me? Behold, at that time I will deal with all those who afflict you. I will save those who are lame and gather those who were driven away. I will give them praise and honor, whose shame has been in all the earth. I thought. Behold, at that time I will deal with those who afflict you. Boy, did I have a few names I could submit for God's particular attention. I decided to sit with it and let it percolate while I got on with the tasks at hand. In addition to all the other daily and weekly stuff, I had an Easter mailing to produce. Labels, letters, envelopes, stamps, and more stamps. Bread and wine deliveries to supply with lists and maps. Uh-oh, crankiness again. I could feel it welling up, threatening to take over. I decided to call for some help, and with little hope, I sent emails to all those folks who previously had mentioned that they were willing to offer some time to assist in the office. Well, the response was swift and sure. 6 people said they would be happy to help. Well, I was still cranky, thinking of all the organizing I would have to do, but I was feeling a little less burdened. I was not prepared for what happened. On the day we were to produce all of this, the first person arrived, masked and ready to work. We looked at each other and said, almost simultaneously, "Have you been vaccinated?" "Yes," was the resounding reply. We ripped off our masks and hugged each other. It was wonderful. As each of the 6 arrived, the same question was asked, the same reply given, resulting in the same joyous hug. We laughed and hugged and hugged and laughed. I realized then what had been missing from my life, what was making me so cranky. Those wonderful Sunday hugs, the foot traffic in and out of the office, bringing respite from the officey stuff that I have that ruled my days. And as it turned out, I needn't have worried about the organizing. These were seasoned veterans taking no nonsense. They knew what to do with church mailings. They got right to work, chattering and checking in with one another, maybe just a teensy bit of gossip thrown in to keep it interesting. We banged out that mailing in 2 hours flat. 600 postcards, stamped and labeled, thank you very much. 250 envelopes stuffed with letters, palm fronds, envelopes that had to be labeled, postcards to share with neighbors, labels and stamping. tedious, boring work that on this day had been so much fun to do. I felt the cranky scales falling away from my shoulders. Nancy, Ray, Louise, Sally, Pauline, and Fred, I am so grateful to all of you, not just for the help, but for the joy. At that time, I will bring you in, and at that time, I will gather you, for I will give you honor and praise among all the peoples of the earth when I restore your fortunes before your eyes, says Yahweh. I did feel brought in and restored. And I said a grateful prayer of thanksgiving for the truth of God's promise that had been so evident that day. I had experienced just a taste of the joy we will all feel when we are back together. It will come. I know it will, because God promised. Amen.